And here you find us at the end of what would have been a 17.8 mile day. Yes, it's a long day, and here we are at Glencoe Ski Resort. That's new. I haven't seen that before because the one that was here when me and Leah done the West Highland Way burnt down. So when we came back to go skiing, there wasn't anything there. So that's all new now, and then you got the ski lift there over the other side of it. But yeah, both times we stayed in that pod on the end. And I always remember when we were skiing, Leah was playing on a laptop, I do believe, playing on a laptop, and I went outside. And as I went outside and looked, would have been right, literally looked straight into this massive stag's face that was like only about a metre away from my face. We had that split second, you know, of like, you ain't meant to be here, and then all of a sudden he darted off. But when you come up here in the winter time, you will see a lot of the deer up here. And yeah, I always remember when we done the West Highland Way, Colin, Megan and Chris were saying, oh, well, no, Leah shouldn't do this day. You should catch the coach. Shouldn't do this day. You know, you're going to end up getting in after dark again. We're like, no, we'll be all right. You know, it's not boulders or anything like that, like beside Loch Lomond. And we actually got here first. And then I always remember being in the cafe that was there, and then because that's where you have to go to check into the little camping pods over here. And yeah, and I always remember I'm talking to her, but she's talking to me but looking over my shoulder. And I thought, well, what are you being so rude for? And as I turned around, every single person in there was just at Leah, just, I can't believe she done that. And I also met a very good friend that you might, well, if you've seen the videos from the start, when I very first started, excuse me, I've just had something to eat, starting on the very first day, I met up with a bloke called Craig Morrison, and it was here that we actually met each other, doing some skiing and going down to King's house, which is basically over where you see them trees over there. Yeah, and I remember him coming back up in his, I think he had a Fiesta, two-wheel drive obviously, and it was snowing and it would not get up the hill. Hence the reason Williams four-wheel drive. I thought that would be brilliant. But yeah, from the West Highland Way, we would have came from up and over there, even though that one's a lot bigger, up and over there, and then you come all the way down to about midway where you might see out to see a car down there, and then you walk all the way up this huge car park, and it is huge. And then the next day you'll go all the way down there, over to King's house, and then you'll turn left, and then you'll see these up there, in between there, it's where the Devil Staircase is. You go up and over there to where I'm going next, King Lochleven, my favourite place. I absolutely love it there. Yeah, and that's was the highest I've ever been before I started this trip, and done Slieve League, and Crowpatrick, and Corritu, and Snowdon, and Scarfell. So I've been a little bit higher than that now. But yeah. Oh, and of course, the lonely mountain that is known as Buccaletti Moor. And no, I am not climbing that thing, not a chance. I know it looks sunny and everything over there, but believe it or not, it's like 4 or 5 degrees, and that's why I'm shivering. But yeah, on to the next stop. Just look at this place. I mean, you can see why people love coming up here. So yeah, other than that, well, the next story isn't going to be about the West Highland. Well, it is, but it's a different part. Well, you're understanding a bit, but other than that, take it easy. Yeah, keep adventuring. My word, I'm not with it, it's too cold. Love you, bye.